with this very specific area that we're talking about, the interpreter, the Afghan interpreter, working in their country or the country of their roots, putting their lives on the line for NATO. And there's been a lot of debate, and I don't want to delve into this too much, but obviously because of the threat that you've described, that you are under, it can be deemed as racist, just simply racist. Because from their perspective, they've given everything.
When the collapse came, it was a lot of Afghans who had to be taken out of Afghanistan. And for my country's part, there was huge debate when it came to the topic of interpreters. It started several years ago when Norway reduced their numbers up north. And it really came up again in 2021. And to be honest, for me, it's a no-brainer. They've been working for us for so many years. And by that, ending up on the wrong side of the fence when Taliban takes over. So for me, it's clear they had to be welcome to Norway for the job they've done. We owe it to them. I would expect no less from my nation, and it was a lot of engagements from the military side to make this happen. The special forces also worked a lot to get some of their Afghan colleagues out from Kabul, because they've been working with them for 10-15 years to build up the Afghan special forces. But again, interpreters, yeah, I totally agree with people who say that they should be welcome to Norway, since they worked for the Norwegian armed forces for 6-10 years as interpreters. It's, yeah. We also had the same discussion in the Balkans, but it was not so clear in that way, because there was a peace there. In Afghanistan, it wasn't a peace. So when they chose to become an interpreter, they took a very vital decision. That will, you wouldn't see the result until you know who was the last standing as the winner of this conflict. And when it became the way it became, yeah, easy.
I want to go back to the trust issue when you were in Afghanistan, and talk about rewiring. I can't believe that living like that, so intensely in a danger zone, has not affected your personalities. Because you have to be very controlled in that environment. And for you to live and breathe with people, and I can't stress enough, you know, for anyone who's listening or watching that doesn't understand how intimate those environments are, and they are based on trust, to be in that situation where you can't quite do that, and for it not to affect you in your life afterwards.
I think the first time was in 95, because that was the first time I experienced something that I would like to tell when I got back home on leave. And I just realized there's no point. Nobody understood what I was talking about. Not my best friends, no nothing. Because they had never been deployed themselves. They had experience from the military, but they had no idea what I was talking about. It was total Chinese for them. So I just realized this is a waste of time. So I just kept it with me. And when I got back from leave, it was a relief, because then I got back with my team and I could talk to them, and everybody was on the same page. But that was back in 95, and if it's one thing that's never changed, it's that thing. Because every time I've been on deployment and I get home, I realize it's no point. They ask if something happened or if I would like to tell something, but I kind of, nah, it's no point, because they don't understand. They seem interested, but you just see that they do not get what you're telling them. So it's just better to not say much. And then you do it when you meet mates that's been on either the same deployment or other deployments. Then it's time to start telling the stories, kind of doing what we would call a debrief, which is the term we use. And for Norwegian side, I would say the